3 days in a row. Yes, ma'am. Now, Lex. Sorry, this whole time, are you a guy or a girl? I'm guessing a guy, Lex, like Lex Luthor. Yeah, I thought so. It's the pink L in your picture throws me off. Alright, let me just alert Twitter that I've gone live. Live. Kangaroo. That's the right link. What's up, Danny boy? Hello from sunny, rainy South Florida. Huh. How you doing, man? What else do I need here? That's right. Let's alert Discord as well. At everyone. There we go. By the way, if you do want to jump into Discord and you need a link, I'll put that up in the chat. I'm in here right now, so if you want to jump in and say anything, or even just say hello, feel free. But let me just put this in there. Free Discord. And that to the top. Maybe let a few more people roll in. Now, holy, what's happening? What's up, Pratik? To me, this looks like the beginning. Well, at least at this moment in time, you know, if we were to sort of bounce here, this move down kind of looks like a liquidity grab because it went a little bit below the previous low, you know? Nothing crazy and dramatic. Because, I don't know, sometimes when you see a drop where it breaks support, it doesn't look back. Like, it just goes for it. Like, as soon as the support breaks, it really capitulates. Like, I'll show you what I mean. If we go back to June. Let's go back to June. August. Might need the daily chart for this. Okay. I don't know, maybe it is just a slow break, but right here I believe was the low. So I'll just draw a line across from there. But it's like as soon as you punch it, you get that that breakdown. Thanks for the subscribe there, Stella. Appreciate it. Got 18 people already. Wow. People are tuning in. Maybe I should start using like some, what do you call it? Some clickbait, some clickbait thumbnails on the old YouTube stream. Get some people sucked in. And then they figure out that I'm actually here and talking and doing TA. They're like, oh wait, this channel has something. It's got a free Discord as well. By the way, feel free to join the Discord channel. It's completely free. No hoops to jump through. I bought a bunch of Matic this morning. Tell me good news. Oh, dang. What's up, Sarah? What's up, Jeffrey? What's up, Tech Jungle? Hey. That looks like Trago. So, apparently, as we heard from Friday last week or Thursday, Genesis, the massive custodian, crypto lender, Genesis of Gemini, they have ties with Gemini. They were asking or seeking for $1 billion to try and to basically be bailed out of the situation they're in, and no one has come to the table to save them. And it's Monday. Well, it's been Monday now, and we haven't heard a word from them yet. Yeah, interesting. Sarah, what's up? I see you hopped in here. What's happening? Are you in a trade, or are you just waiting to see what happens?
Oh, hi, Rick. Just waiting to see what happens. I'm pretty bummed about the Gemini thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then there's also like a grayscale thing as well, which is like, what was it that was said? Let me find the tweet. So there's another guy, another YouTuber called Lark Davis, and I'll just find what he put up. So he's got a lot of followers. His channel's been around for a long time, but he seems to like sort of know first. He's got good connections with information that comes out, I suppose. But what did he put out just very recent? Let me find it. He might have deleted it. No, he didn't delete it. It's still there. So Genesis warns of bankruptcy without new funding. They are the biggest Bitcoin over-the-counter desk, a major lender, and could take down parent company DCG, which is a titan in the space. Man, that's some scary shit right there. And
Yeah,
the lock. Sorry?
Sorry, Rick.
Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I just figured my my Genesis earn is lost.
Oh, well, we don't know that yet. I guess until we hear about, like any kind of official word from them. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Let's jump out on the weekly. Someone said the 200 weekly. Yeah, we're definitely below that. No doubt. We've lost that since June, like mid-June. We lost that 200 weekly, and we came up and met it as resistance on that push to 25k. And now we're continuing like the capitulation, so to speak. Very unfortunate, but hey, if it makes for cheaper crypto, then I'm on board for that, because You know, we're all looking for like many, well, I'm looking years into the future about the potential of where things could be. And I'm still optimistic. Like, this is all just momentary, like, narrative-driven FUD. Like, it feels like it's all part of a narrative. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, what else did he tweet here? So the FTX hacker is dumping Ethereum for Bitcoin, but not just any Bitcoin, it's REN BTC, before moving to real BTC. And who owns REN? FTX. Like this like vicious circle. So, okay. So it seems like as Ethereum is getting dumped and it's, you know, thus flowing into Bitcoin, maybe that Bitcoin dominance is going to start climbing again. Let me check out the Bitcoin dominance chart because that'll be interesting to see. So it had a pretty nice rally. Let's see on the daily. So yeah, the last couple of weeks has been a move up. Today, though, or this week, no, this is today. Massive pullback. So yesterday, I think, was the Ethereum being dumped and swapped maybe for Bitcoin, and that's what caused this candle, this big green candle. And then now we're getting a bit of a drawdown. Interesting stuff. Now there is another pretty amazing line to look at. Let me open up. Ooh, Black Friday sale for TradingView. If you don't have a paid version of TradingView, you get like 60% off and 1 free month. We've got 4 days to think about it. All right. Where's my BLX? There we go. So if you take a Fibonacci retracement, wait, let me find a cleaner chart. Maybe the Coinbase chart or something. I don't think I have much TA on that. Just keep flicking around here. All right, Bitstamp, that'll do, that'll do. I'll hide those. Let's go full screen. And we'll do a Fibonacci retracement. So back to zero, back to like basically zero. This is, you go zero. I don't think you can actually put zero, so you have to put like 0.01. And then all-time high 69,000. And check it out. We are approaching the 786 Fibonacci level, which is at 14,766. It'll be interesting to see if we get some kind of reaction off that. So there's that level. And there's also our 2019 high, which is at 14K, which is a little lower. So could that be a point of support before a move up? Like, where's this thing going to bounce or at least go flat? Don't forget about the 886. Okay, let me turn the 886 on and see what that's all about. I haven't heard much about the 886 before. I'll make a new level. 0.886. I'll make it bright yellow. Okay, so that's down at 7,866. DC Woodworking, what's up, man? Jack, MC Stormy, Jarsky, Vinny, love you too, man. Is that Vinny Gobby Googada Gods 2 times? But that guy used to come into my streams a lot. He's a legend. He's an OG. Yeah, that's quite the retracement, huh? Off the all-time high. So we have a new low, by the way. Let me measure that out. So I think we were at 77 point something before, and now we're at 77.57. So it's a little lower. It's not dramatically lower, but it's still playing out, of course. How low can you go? Dogecoin, still above 7 cents. Alright, let me dial back into Bitcoin here, because we want to know what the hell's going on. So like yesterday, we were discussing the EMAs, right? The 200, the 20, and the 50, and like where to take short positions. I drew in a little FOMO line, an example of a short, and I can't remember where that was. Let me just open up my old videos. So yesterday's stream, being the 21st of November stream, and now where did I put it? Ah, I found it. It was at basically 16,240 is where I had that FOMO line. And that was at about 9:30 yesterday for me. So there. So up around here is where I had that FOMO line from yesterday. And I remember it, I think we were down on like the 5-minute chart. Yeah, we were. Just comparing it here. And I'll get a circle going for where we had it, because it was on this candle here. Right there is where we took that FOMO entry into a short. And it went against me initially and found resistance on the 20, if you remember that. And then, yeah, it just could not beat that 16,300 level. It couldn't get above it. And I think we may have rallied after that a little bit. Yeah, we did. We rallied after a dip. And where are we today? Where are we now? Yeah, we're down, down, down. We came right down. So if you followed that, if I followed that, that's a nice, you know, almost 5%. And that's the beauty of trading with the trend. Price is very much under the 200 EMA. Best place to take entries is when your oscillators are hot. So we've got RSI. Let's get the pen tool again. So there's a hot RSI there. There's a hot one there. So instead of me saying hot, I'll say overbought. So it was very much overbought here. And here, this is like a dirty retest of the 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart, of course. And, you know, they can be, these pullbacks, these little rallies in a downtrend can be good entries into a short. So when things start to look optimistic in a downtrend, that's when you're going to see people opening new shorts in preparation for the next leg down. And it's the same in a bull market, right? If I invert the chart and we're in an uptrend, you know, we're very used to seeing this. Like, you know, you buy the pullback, you buy the support or the retest of the EMA. and then you wait for the rally to ensue. But yeah, it's just playing it upside down, I suppose. Just close a couple of screens here. There we go. Yeah, this this music brings me back too. Just to hear Rick's sultry tones as he gives tea puts my mind at ease. You're welcome, dude. So right now, this seems to be like some kind of a bounce, which could be, once again, another opportunity to enter a short. You know, there's nothing to say we're out of this downtrend yet. So, yeah, entries into a short come off a pullback, like a rally, right? So, sorry, I'm getting my terminology mixed up. So, in an uptrend, these are called pullbacks, these things that go down. And in a downtrend, these are called rallies or relief rallies. So you open shorts, like the optimal position to open a short is, you know, at the top of a relief rally or a rally. And then an uptrend, the best place to go long is at the bottom of a pullback, because you want to get in at a discount. You don't want to get in at the premium. You don't want to buy the premium price up here. But yeah, that's the idea. So right now we are in a relief rally off this short-term downtrend. Well, it's an overall macro downtrend as well, but we're currently dealing with like a leg down. So, hey, why don't we just chalk up another FOMO line here? So this is actually good because we're getting wicks now on the 5-minute chart, if you can see that. And if we FOMO right now, I mean, it's not totally FOMO. I mean, it's probably like a smart spot. Don't follow this with money, guys. This is just hypothetical. I mean, do what you like. I'm not giving you advice. You do. The mouse is in your hand. The button is yours to click. It's not my responsibility. But with that being said, let's just get that as our entry to a short. So what is the sign that buying has exhausted and that the sellers are starting to take control? And that is long wicks on the top side of the candle. Long wicks on the top side. What's a sign that selling has exhausted and that buyers are starting to step in? And that's long wicks on the bottom side, like this. Long wick on the bottom. Look at that beautiful hammer. See that hammer there? But yeah, this is starting to play out. It's I'm not saying that it can't rally up and test the 200 EMA, but you know, a pretty healthy test of the 50 and the 20, sorry, the 20 and the 50 is not a bad start. I would probably have my stop loss if I was entering here. You would have it somewhere up above the 200, maybe somewhere like there. And then, you know, you have to give it a little, because, you know, you can get dirty retests like this where it pushes through and looks optimistic. So maybe the stop could be a bit higher, maybe 16,100. Let's get a FOMO stop line as well, just to see if it survives. So what did I say, 16.1? So roughly here, call that our stop loss. I'll make it orange, dotted. That's our position. And we're basically targeting the collapse of grayscale. I guess. Let's see how this goes. I'm not going to delete these this time, because I deleted it last time. These lines. We'll just leave it there. But yeah, hypothetical. Once again, let me stress that it's not real. This is all just paper trading. Just demonstrating a point or demonstrating a lesson. That's cool, Sarah. Yeah, it's spot is good because you know, you don't face liquidation, and nobody wants to get liquidated. Now, what I'm doing, I'm not trading, by the way. I'm I'm basically playing an investment position at the moment with Bitcoin. So I'm gearing up for, you know, maybe even 12 months of holding this, or more, like whatever it takes, right? Whatever it takes. I'm in it for the long haul. And, you know, I've still got money to trade. Like, I can trade if I want to do that. But, yeah, I just really want to, like, try out doing a long play as well. Because I never really did that in the last cycle. And I was kind of kicking myself last year when we went to 69,000 that I did nothing about it in 2019 and 2020. Like I didn't have any long positions from down there. So this time I'm not missing it, and that's just what I'm doing. I don't care if my position's you know, if my position's down right now, that's part of the game. Like it's all part of dollar cost averaging. Like you may go under for some time, but the goal is what's important. Like the end goal and where you see it going in the future is the whole point of investing, right? It's a long-term play. But anyway, that's the big bag, and then yeah, I'll play around with a couple of $100 trading. But yeah, this is definitely a shorters market right now. The bears would be loving these conditions. Surfs up. Let's go to a higher time frame. I'm going to check out the 15-minute to see what it's doing with the EMAs. So it's dealing with the 20 EMA right now on the 15-minute chart. It looks like it got a pretty, you know, nasty rejection so far off it. I don't think any serious money is coming in to push anything up at this point in time just yet. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going long at the moment. And the market makers don't like that. They want to shake them out. So the fact that there's more longs than shorts at the moment means we could get a move down for the sake of liquidating them. Perhaps the level of fear is not high enough yet. But yeah, yeah, we'll see what happens. Hey, by the way, that let me find the website. There was a guy I was talking about yesterday called MDX Crypto. He's got a website, mdxalgo.com, and he's got some long to short ratios on there. Let me show you that. So Binance on the 5 minute, look how many people are long right now. 72%. 72% of the market is long on Binance. Only 27% are short. And that's on a 5 minute time frame, so that's very short term. Let me change this to like maybe a 4 hour. So even on the 4 hour, it's very long right now. 24 hour, yeah, the longs. So this to me screams the fact that we could move a lot lower because the market likes to wreck the most amount of people. So I don't think we're going to start seeing any kind of bottom or floor until all of this bullishness gets capitulated, and that you get basically either a balance of long to shorts or you know, an overweight of shorts. Bitcoin open interest, so people opening new trades. Binance, of course. $2.9 billion worth of trades. OKX, the CME, Bybit. So Binance is still the the big player here as far as central exchanges goes. But yeah, this is a very cool tool that he has going on here. And there's also, you know, the Bybit long to shorts. See if I can find that. I might have to look it up 1 second. So CoinGlass, here we go. Bitcoin statistics. Right, so on this website, this is CoinGlass, the long to short ratio. Their stats are a little different to that MDX one. I think the MDX one is a portion of smaller players, so like retail. Whereas this is everybody. This is retail and institutional, like, you know, big money. So on a 24-hour basis, more people are short right now, just marginally. Binance is short. Everyone's pretty much short here, except for BitMEX. BitMEX is long at 53.97% majority. Yeah, look at that. Okay. What about, yeah, the short term in 5 minutes, the 5-minute time frame, people are opening longs like crazy, which is no surprise. I mean, look where we are. We've just hit resistance and we're starting to feel a bit more of a continuation of the downtrend. So the lower we go, by the way, with Bitcoin, the more performance you get out of the move, right? Each candle is going to pull in bigger percentages the cheaper we go, which is awesome. So yeah, that website, Jack, I'll link it in the chat. It's called CoinGlass. It's like an analysis website, and it's the long to short ratio tool or view. And you can change the period, so the time frame. You can change the symbol. So we're looking at Bitcoin in this example. You know, you can look at Ethereum, XRP, Doge, all of them. The reason Bitcoin obviously is the important one to look at is because it has the dominance, as it always has. It's got market dominance, so it's going to give you the most sentiment or the most idea of where things are headed. But yeah, you'll see this line here, the equilibrium. It will flux, like it'll pulsate between long and short. Like it's just a never-ending battle between bulls and bears. And as you can see up here, this is a history of it. You know, long to short ratios. I wish it went longer than just 24 hours, but this is what we got. This is... So yeah, it always seems to ebb and flow, just like the markets do, like with the ups and downs. But yeah, shorts seem to be winning out slightly, like they have more of an edge, which is why price is declining. That's why we've got this downtrend. If it was a perfect balance, we would just be dead flat. And there are periods of time where we are like that. You know, through here. Long and shorts are just completely equal through here. But yeah, it's when you get these imbalances, and when it becomes imbalanced dramatically, that's when you get your volatility. And things that cause an imbalance are like news events or black swan events, like the FTX collapse. That obviously caused a huge imbalance. Because everyone got pessimistic, and rightly so, right? So we dipped like crazy. But yeah, if everything's quiet in the realm of news and events and things like that, that's when technical analysis takes the driver's seat. So technical setups become the catalyst for movements. Like if you get breaks of resistance or breaks of support, or a breakout of a pattern like a wedge. Yeah, those can be their own, you know, market driving catalysts, so to speak. How many people we got in here? 29. What's up? Remember to smash the like button if you haven't already. Helps the channel out. What's up, ambient audio? Damn, that's kind of like what I'm after on this channel. Just ambient music that's chill. Oh, Static. What's happening, man? $2 super chat. I learnt the other day that hand symbol is like sign language for I love you or love. So, right back at you, dude. And then if you tuck your thumb in, that's rock on, or, the devil horns. Heavy metal. Oh, cheers, dude. Ambient audio. Well, if you want to send me anything, man, jump into Discord. Send me a private message if you like, or you can even share. Feel free to share whatever you like in the general chat. I don't mind if you want to share your channel. Do whatever you want. No censorship here. I would give more, but times are tough. Yeah, dude. Honestly, you don't have to give anything. Not a problem. Oh, Steven. What's happening, man?
I didn't know that this was here.
Yeah, didn't you? Really? Oh, there you go.
All
All this time, man, yeah.
rock on, brother.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Were you ever in Tame's Discord?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no bridges burn anywhere. I try to keep that way.
Yeah. No, that's cool, dude. It's I mean, you're not missing much. I haven't really been streaming that often, but
Yeah, but what? How long have you had the channel? What?
Oh, since 420 last year. So the 20th of April, 2021 is when I first did my stream. And yeah, that's it.
I think I'm glad to finally see this because there's a need.
Hell yeah.
Yes, you do. Yeah. So what is it? Chewbacca? He sent me it, so I appreciate that. We're on YouTube right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, streaming. Yeah. If anyone wants to pop in, by the way, just come on in and say hello. Everyone's welcome.
Is that the deal? Yeah. So
yeah, dude. That's the deal. It's completely open. Like, there's no. I guess the rules are just don't harm anyone, and then you're sweet. Like if you're a nuisance and you're like, yeah, that's the only real rule. But no one's ever really been like that. There's been some whack jobs, but they get taken off pretty quick. But yeah, everyone's welcome to share their opinion on the market and whatever, and just shoot the shit.
Well, spending time at the over in Bees.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's where I spend most of my time. I hang in there and That's where all the OGs are.
Right.
That's where all
Yeah.
the OGs are.
Yeah. You were in Tame's channel for how long?
Oh, ages.
Right.
I can't even remember when the whole fallout was, but that was like late last year, maybe.
I can go. Yeah. I typically, I don't know when I joined, but it was before I really, let's say I can do it by price on Dogecoin.
Oh, you can do it by price, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to measure things.
It was on its way, but I don't know. Oh yeah, it's all good. Everything is gravy. That's the thing. I like your output and your insight. Literally, I'm not just saying this to blow your head up or to try to look good, but your outlook on the market and your knowledge of the American stock. All over
Thanks,
the
man.
board is
Well,
tremendous. And
you're welcome.
oh yeah.
It's it's pretty much more like it's a hobby. It's become like a hobby, the whole crypto thing, and learning about it's exciting, and the cool thing about it is you can make money with it as well. And you know, the community that we have is really cool, like catching up with people, and you have that sense of like, you know, of like people giving a shit.
It's friends around the world now.
Yeah. That's it.
Tough in times like these.
Yeah, man. It is. It's everything's looking real scary at the moment with crypto, and even the global economy is like so uncertain right now. Like there's no certainty whatsoever what's going to happen next. So everyone's being real cautious still.
Yes. Not just us, not just little guys, the big guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially the big guys. And that's how they got there, from being cautious, I suppose.
Patience, time.
Let the whack jobs in, says Unc. Well, yeah, you could, you know, come on in if you're a whack job.
Yeah, I mean, that's if you admit, you know, you gotta put it all out on the table before you give the speech. Like, you know, I'm really nervous to give this speech. It breaks the ice.
100%.
Yeah.
Man. No burned bridges equals not enough fun had. Well, yeah, I understand that. Yeah, it's a little bit of drama, a little bit of spice in there. The cool thing about burnt bridges is that they can be rebuilt as well.
Even stronger.
Yeah, true that. But hey. Anyway, live and let live. That's what I say. I don't know about the whole SBF bridge. I think that's I think he burnt that with no chance of rebuilding. I mean, everyone that got like screwed over by him would have to totally forgive him and get back on board and trust him again. But yeah, damn.
Tough.
I don't think that'll be happening.
I wouldn't forgive him even if he repaid every penny to me.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, just don't trust him. It's the trust. It's the trust that's broken, you know. Yeah, Chemical. What happened to Chemical? I remember Chemical for sure.
Chemical?
The Pisket Bridge. Man, I haven't heard from Pisket. Like I said in this previous stream, the ball's in his court. He's the one that kicked everyone out of his channel. So it's his move, really. I don't even know if he's even involved in crypto anymore. Like, who knows? I got no idea.
I don't see him stopping. But I would like to see him.
Yeah.
I think he was funny.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he had everyone on board at one point, didn't he? I don't know what
Trust
happened.
him.
Like, honestly, I would love to understand what happened to cause the fallout. Like, I don't really get it. I don't get it at all.
Well, I never asked. I was gone during the time, so
Mm.
I literally don't care. But now that you say it, let's find out.
Well, all of the drama, all the like the Discord like soap opera, that's all secondary to me. Like it's the real thing, the real money, the real value is in technical analysis, trading, making profits, and making friends in the Discord channels as well. Like that's just the positive shit, right? Optimistic shit.
I think he came to America.
He did? Finally?
I believe he was here.
Damn, okay. What if he was there the
That's
whole
my
time?
Oh, I'm only teasing.
Oh, that's good. Everything works out. Everything works out. So with time and patience, so will this market when we looking back. Ooh, baby. I'm not worried at all. Matter of fact,
So
the
look
what
at this.
ifs. I'm done with the what ifs. I'm gonna shut up.
Look at the price now. It's like it's trying to establish some kind of support. There's divergence, no doubt. The last dip right there. You see that? Check out the RSI. So we got a low here, but then a higher low. So that's bullish divergence, which could cause a push up. AKA another opportunity to open a short. I'm gonna turn on that other music. That was good yesterday. I got copyright strike for it, but that's cool. Oh, not a strike. They just wanted the revenue, and that's all good. I don't care. Ad revenue for their music. Find it. I guess that's why that playlist I've been playing non-stop every stream has stayed there, is because I don't get any drama. I don't get any like strikes or like copyright claims from it.
You are monetized.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, this real chill playlist is, I love it.
Jeez, Rick, I can listen to you all day.
Oh, thank you. I don't know why. I hate my voice.
So, nope. Nope.
Yeah,
Pleasant.
this one's cool. This is like just very chill hip hop beats. You could like rap over the top of this. Like positive rap, not like, you know, shooting guns and whatever. Is there such? I don't know, there probably is, you just don't hear about it.
Is there what?
Like rap music that's like, what's the dude? There was I'm gonna find it. It's on my Spotify. A second. I think it's from the group A Tribe Called Quest, maybe. Oh no, GZA. Wait, is Giza GZA? Is he from A Tribe Called Quest? I don't know. Let me Google it. But his rap is cool. Like, I guess because it's old school. Oh, he's from Wu-Tang. Okay. he more raps about the state of the world and things like that rather than himself, which is cool. I like that. Yeah, this song here is cool. I love this one because the tempo is like real slow. I turned it up a bit.
So can I just to clear my questions up about everybody over in B's channel and all that? They know you're here. They know you got this.
Yeah, they know the channel exists. I don't know if they get notifications or not, but
Just nuts that I over that long time have not heard mention of it. Isn't that crazy? Well, the reason I ask it, is that B doesn't. I don't know. It's not a competition. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm out of line.
no, I know what you mean. Yeah. Nah, B's got a rule like you can't promote on his channel, and it's like across the board, everyone. Me, you, no one can promote, that's cool. I respect his rules. That's fine. So when I go live, I can't tell anyone about it.
I can.
Can't share links. It's against the rules, dude.
That slight sarcasm was beautiful.
I think Rick's very respectful.
I try to be. I'm not though. Like I can be disrespectful. Human like everyone.
Well, I believe that you should keep on doing this, but press the chord a little harder. You would, it's good to get, it's good to get compensated for what you do, what you offer.
Yeah, things will pick up again. We're in a bear market. This is very typical of, what happens. The public interest in the space dries up a bit. They're looking at other things. They're probably watching the World Cup or, whatever, making TikToks.
Yeah, hopefully, right? Yeah, right. Or watching their portfolios just go down in the stock market, and they're like, "Well, damn, why did I put money?"
But yeah, I guess with the recent market movement, don't let it freak you out long term. I don't think anything that's coming out of the woodwork right now about, institutions or like centralized exchanges going down and going bankrupt, that's got nothing to do with cryptocurrency as a technology or as as its own. It is totally separate from that. That part of it, that infrastructure is people making money and capitalizing on people trading. Like that's another part of the industry. Speculation, right? Speculators will get wrecked.
Really well put. I never really thought of it that way. That they are quite literally just took advantage of the opportunity to make a platform of such, and more people will step up and make better.
Yeah, hopefully the fallout of what happened with FTX teaches the other ones a lesson of what not to do, and it like cleans up the space, and some regulation would be good in that sense, like so that people don't lose money, so that people don't get scammed. I mean, there was something called BitConnect back in 2017, 2018, and that turned out to be a huge like scam as well. So yeah, you gotta be wary of that shit. FTX was sort of like that, but just on a way bigger scale, like billions of dollars.
He did it right. Smart dude. But I mean, who would have known?
Yeah, I mean, none of us really spoke up about it before it happened, did we? So
Never even heard of it. Actually, I've never heard of
yeah,
before.
I heard the name FTX, but I didn't really it didn't really faze me because I was, Binance is the big player. To me, it was just like another Robinhood or another Gemini or whatever other platform you can think of. And like, I'm happy with the platforms I'm on. I don't need to worry like about looking for another one, so that's why I never really paid attention to FTX.
What are you on?
I've got Binance Global and Bybit. So Bybit, I had to go to Bybit because Binance Global cancelled leverage trading for Australians.
Why? Come on.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, they did it to America as well. Actually, no, they outright banned Americans on their platform. And then they came out with Binance US, which was like, to appease that part of the market, I guess, or to meet that demand, because there were a lot of Americans that liked Binance, no doubt, and wanted to use it. So yeah, I guess they had to come up with some kind of answer for that.
There's been many times for a long, long time that people will raise heck about on kind of having people be able to play with margin, not have enough in account, to back it. Not to back it, but they were losing their livelihoods, and they try to look out. They say for the interest, look out for the interest of the American people, and they try to. Nothing comes of it ever. So that Australia and the United States probably came to them and was like, stop. But I don't know. Bybit though, bro, I've never used it. I've never heard of people even using it, but they sure were on the jerseys of the Formula One race yesterday, and Crypto.com was gone.
Oh, were they?
All
yeah.
Crypto.com put signs up and nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, I like thinking back to the UFC and boxing matches. Like Crypto.com is usually like a big sponsor in those circles.
Still there.
And probably, still are, right? Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect your shorts or your longs, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's it. It is cool to see that though. Like it's getting out into the real world. Like you see ads for it, you see billboards about crypto. It's like, it is out there. It's not just some secret.
Got Algorand up top of a couple stadiums I know here in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Big old
Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, right. Algorand. I'm pretty sure there's some like shop fronts in Australia that have, payment accepted here. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. Let me see. I'm gonna go to Street View. Here's me
Hey,
bringing up Google Maps again, like good old times.
two, two of the gas stations here in town now, in my town, have the Bitcoin ATMs.
Oh yeah, nice. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. There's probably a Bitcoin ATM somewhere in Brisbane. But where am I thinking of? It's in Fortitude Valley. So this is my city. Oh. There's Roma. Okay, Fortitude Valley's up this side. Here we go. It's kind of like where the Chinatown is. Wickham Street. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I used to walk past this place every day for work. Somewhere here. Haha. That's a big nightclub at the moment in Brisbane. Prohibition. Maybe it's this one up here. Yeah, it's just like there was this like poster for it, and I was like, I remember seeing it and being like, damn, that's really cool, because like back then, you know, you didn't see it anywhere. You didn't see any kind of symbols of Bitcoin or Ethereum in the real world at all.
It was a while, but
Yeah.
like it was. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Because
like
it was, yeah, not till recently has shit been seen, really.
yeah. Yeah, I think it was this restaurant. So see how they've got like all these like ads up here. There was a point in time where it was like, yeah, Bitcoin, Ethereum, like all on the side here on this window. It was pretty cool. It might even still be, it's just maybe I'm getting the wrong shop. Yeah, this is sad, this restaurant. Up for lease now, like a lot of closures of businesses.
Oh yeah, we definitely know that around here. I mean, in the United States, everywhere.
Yeah. Maybe not. See, I don't know when these images were taken. Does it have the date anywhere? Or
Yeah, if you scroll in as far as you can, you'll see a white or watermark. If it's Google Maps, I'm mobile right now.
yeah,
Should be 2010 if it's old.
oh yeah, I see a watermark over here. 2022 Google. So maybe it was this year that they took this street view, perhaps. Or maybe these posters will have Chris Cheney, The Living End, July 16, The Zoo. Yeah, maybe that was this year. I remember Guns N' Roses was being advertised. Yeah. Jack Johnson, 3rd of December, River Stage. Let me just see when that is, if that's for this year or last year.
Did you go?
Would I go? Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's got great music.
Yeah.
I don't actively search for him, but it's great.
Yeah, this year, 3rd of December, 2022, he comes to the River Stage there. Where's he from?
Jack Johnson?
California or something?
You know, I'm not sure.
$120. One adult. Yeah.
Pretty cheap. I saw Phil Collins just 2 years ago.
Yeah, this is Australia. Unk. Looking at Australia
Ah.
right here. That's the
Doesn't
biggest beer in Queensland, 4X. So everyone asks about Foster's. It's 4X is like one of the big ones. Would you believe Australia doesn't do 4X? I mean, Foster's.
What do you mean?
So Foster's was originally an Australian beer company, right? But we don't even sell it like today. It's like completely American or completely, some other country. How crazy is that?
I mean, really, not that crazy. I bet. I guess. Darn it.
What about? Yeah. Let me look up, because in Australia, or in Brisbane, there is a crypto cafe. Pretty sure, and they've got like TradingView screens all through the cafe.
That's a good idea.
Crypto coffee, maybe.
Crypto. Ooh.
Let's see. Wonder if Street View has a view of like the business.
Sometimes, if you look the business up, you can see a
Yeah.
panoramic view.
Crypto coffee. Might be up in this little group of shops up here. Oh, there we go. Crypto coffee.
Get up on Metaverse or Upland. See it all.
Yeah. I think they got TradingView charts up in the window. I'm gonna Google it and see if I can see pictures of their cafe there. So it's in New Farm. This is their website. The BNB Brekkie Burger, the XRP Classic, the BTC Chipotle Chicken Toasty, XLM Karage Burger.
Or the BCH Chipotle Toasty or some shit. What?
yeah, the Bitcoin Chipotle Chicken Toasty. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you what. You guys are creative with your things over there.
Ooh, they've got a Shiba toast. An Ada Bircher muesli. XRP Smash.
It's down the street
Oh,
from you. Yeah.
they've got a Doge BLT for $9. Litecoin Veggie Toasty.
Eating dog?
That's pretty funny, huh? I swear they're not the only one. There is an actual crypto cafe as well in Brisbane somewhere. I think it's in a place called Lutwich. Find it.
How about getting being a licensed or crypto currency advisor, solely cryptocurrency, or yeah, it's gonna be something one day.
Yeah, man. Maybe.
Hey, maybe.
Oh, cool. I think I found some pictures of the crypto cafe in Brisbane.
Is this near you?
This is their Twitter page, Crypto Coffee.
I'ma need a sentimental.
We better turn that music off because it's like copyright. Some latte art. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. That's cool. They got like the charts up there, up above the menu, like there. That's more of like a like an overview screen. It's not the actual bar, like candle chart, but yeah, damn, I have to go there. I haven't been there yet. Check them out. Might follow them on Twitter. Australian Crypto Convention, Michael Saylor. That's cool.
Is it the one with the yellow counter?
Yep.
I just looked it up. That's sweet.
I'm sure there's heaps of that kind of stuff in the US as well, right? There's gotta be.
Seen it. Never seen anything like it. But I mean, no. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there is.
Yeah, there's gotta be. Alright, so this is Bitcoin dominance. Let me go back to Bitcoin. Looks like we're still waiting for this short to play out. It seems to threat, like, there seems to be like a threat of the 20 EMA coming up here and crossing the 50, which is a bullish, like, sort of situation. Because if you start riding the EMAs, that's when you can start changing the trend. You know, when the 200 sort of gets curled up and you know.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go up and get on my computer and my desk.
No worries, my dude. So, let's see, we've got... Let's see what Doge is doing. Doge is still holding above 7 cents. What a weird looking chart though, on the daily. It's pretty incredible to see that it did that rally up to 16 cents. That was incredible. From down to, you know, as low as 5 cents and then to go all the way up to 16. Like, damn. That's a big move. Like, let's go from tip to tip. So from here to all the way up here, that's a 223% move in the middle of a bear market. Like, damn. Doge is gonna be a big thing in the next bull run. I almost guarantee it. Like, I think it's definitely one of the cryptos that will move, I think, in the next cycle. As will Shiba. As will Matic. As will, you know, obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum. BNB, definitely. But then, yeah, you've got a lot of like the other ones, like Avalanche, so AVAX. DeFi, so decentralized finance. Because, you know, people are starting to distrust central exchanges. So they'll go to the decentralized exchanges, the DEXs. All the swaps, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's a pretty amazing chart, the old Doge chart. $5 really feels like some hardcore support. Sorry?
Sorry, Rick. What
Go
made
ahead.
Doge move that other time?
Well, it's mostly the Elon Musk effect, right? Which other time were you referring to?
The last spike that we
The last
had.
spike? Yeah, so that was when Elon Musk announced that he bought Twitter. So the Doge community thought, damn, that's bullish. Like, he's gonna start talking about Doge on his own platform now. So he can't be like, And then there was another spike where he posted a picture of his dog, which is a Shiba Inu dog, in a Twitter t-shirt. So that caused another kick up. Yeah,
Hopefully he'll be saying that he'll accept Doge as payment or something.
Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time, I reckon. He's probably just picking the right moment in the market to say it, to where it's going to have the most effect, I suppose. Because it seems like he plays into the narrative. Like if I go out to Bitcoin on the daily, right? Let me hide all the drawings and the indicators and everything. And just go blank screen. Okay, you can pretty much pinpoint. If we go back here, just after this bounce here, see that massive wick up there? That's when Elon Musk put the Bitcoin symbol in his Twitter bio. That's that wick there. This huge giant green candle there, that's when Tesla announced that they bought, that, I think it was $2 billion of Bitcoin or something like that. Yeah, so those two things really got things like moving. And then we rallied up. We got all the way up to $65,000. Now somewhere through here, I think it was this giant red candle here, is where Tesla announced that they were concerned about the sustainability, like the environmental impact of Bitcoin mining, and that they would no longer accept Bitcoin as payment for Tesla cars. And that's, so you can see, like, he's all positive about it when things are heading up, and then he changed his tune when things were heading down. And then, you know what happened right here? Right at that turning point? Something called the B Word Conference. So him, Jack Dorsey, and Cathie Wood basically got on a conference call and were talking about the future of Bitcoin, and it was all positive stuff. And that caused this, it ignited this next rally. It kind of makes me wonder, like, if that didn't happen, would this bearishness have continued down, like, sooner? But we got this second wave that came up. The bear market very well could have started there and then, done something like, more like that to where we are now. But instead we got this second wave. But yeah, you can see, yeah, his influence is definitely powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then obviously the bear market, like the bear market's the bear market, like it's to do with the fact that the economy's tightening down and interest rates are going up and inflation was going out of control. We had the collapse of FTX, Celsius, Luna, BlockFi, I think, 3 Arrows Capital, like all these different institutions going down. So yeah, that's where we're at. Now we're still dealing with the fallout of the FTX debacle.
Oh, I feel that.
Yep. So we're still, yeah, okay, so we've popped up here. We're on the 5-minute chart here, and price is trying to establish support up higher here to move, you know, come and attack the next lines of resistance. I'm still kind of doubtful that it will. I still think that we're dealing with a massive downtrend and the resistance is too strong. You know, it's kind of like until proven otherwise, we are bearish. You know, we're not going up until some kind of good news comes out, a catalyst. Maybe it won't happen until mid-December when we get the new FOMC thing, the statements by the FOMC, and all the I think just before that we get the CPI data as well. So it's like a double whammy. Let me just show you on here. Sorry if this is really bright to everyone on YouTube. Let me just turn on Dark Reader. That's better. So I think it's mid-December. Yeah, around here. So the 15th of December for me. It's probably the 14th for you guys in the US. But we get, yeah, CPI on the 13th, and then the FOMC statements and funds rate on the 15th. So the 13th and 15th of December. Now that translates to you guys in the US. Let me change this to GMT -5 because USA, Eastern Time, savings, daylight savings. That will be, we go back to the calendar, and we move down to December. Wednesday, December 14th is the FOMC statement and federal funds rate at 2 p.m. It's a nice comfortable time. You don't have to wake up super early for that. And then, yeah, the day prior, or yeah, Tuesday is the CPI figures. Tuesday morning, December 13th. We get the new CPI data. I don't think, yeah, we haven't got any forecast yet. But you can open it up and see how we performed last. So it was forecast to be a 7.9. We pulled in a 7.7, which is good. That means inflation came down. But you can see it's come down from a 9.1 to an 8.5 to an 8.3 to an 8.2 to a 7.7. So you can see the trajectory there. Before it was like a climb, so 8.3, 8.6, 9.1. The year-on-year inflation hitting 9.1%. That was the 13th of July. Let's see if that had an impact on price. The 13th of July. It actually didn't. It caused a rally, which is really bizarre. Because you would think that bad, like, inflation figures would cause everyone to freak out and panic. Anyway.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, it is very weird. I'm sure there's an explanation behind it. Deutbag. Oh man, it's been a long time. I haven't seen you on here in a while. I think now that the US government is attacking Elon, he may start promoting Bitcoin and Doge again. Wait and see. Yeah, that's interesting. It's an interesting theory. I like that. American crypto monster. Those Dems putting money into their pockets. Man, I haven't seen some of these people in a while. But then again, I haven't streamed in a while. I can't even remember who I have as like moderators in my YouTube chat. That's how long it's been since I've looked at that stuff. somewhere in the settings or something. Participants. Still floating around, that's cool. Just been busy and holding bags. Good to hear you. Yeah. Man, it's not uncommon. People holding bags. But that's okay, man. It's all a part of learning. Learning like how to trade and where to buy in and understanding what a bear market does, because I'm sure this is a lot of people's first time, you know, sitting through a bear market.
Well, the bear market's bringing my average down.
There you go. That's good. That's good. So you've just been dollar cost averaging?
Yep, just buying the dips. Rick,
That's
I
the
was
way.
stuck at 50 cents on Doge a long
Mm-hmm.
time ago when you used to help me.
Yeah.
I'm down to 18. I have a way to go.
Wow, that's really good. That's, just keep chipping away.
Oh, I am.
Sounds like you know what you're doing.
I learned from the best.
Yeah, it's
I think I've been listening to you since day one.
Oh, that's cool. That's good. So you must have been around early April, or sorry, late April last year, because that's when I sort of started.
Yep, I remember you on the other Discord.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember those days. Those were good times. Just the buzz, like the hype in Tame's channel, like during the Dogecoin rally. That was good times. That was fun.
Yeah, that's how I got stuck at 50 some cents.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but this was like the hour leading up to SNL, right? When Elon Musk was coming onto SNL. I was in my car driving back to my place from being out at my parents' place, and I was on my phone in the Discord telling people be careful, like, because this could be a sell the news type thing. And I think most people didn't really know about that whole buy the rumor, sell the news, like, sort of approach and like. But yeah, I was like, shit, be careful, consider, like selling here, because a lot of people were in massive profits at that point. And there were people that did. People did sell at SNL,
No, I was one of the stupid ones buying.
That's all right. I mean, it happens. It's I'm looking at Doge right now. It was the 8th of May, I think. Yeah, for me it was the 8th of May. Saturday. Man, someone's going crazy with the email. Someone keeps sending me emails right now. Oh, it's nothing. It's just spam. Junk emails. Yeah, the 8th of May. Damn. It corrected hard off that because it rallied up to 73.995, so 74 cents basically. And then dippity doodah, down we come.
And that's when I got into those stupid bots. And
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Then I lost a lot and then upped my average.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that you're evening it all out. So this is where my channel started, right here. Doge Day. Do you remember that? 420? Doge Day? That was like... I think the people that came up with Doge Day was the Wall Street Bets people. They were the people that were pumping GME, GameStop.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, same group. So that group created the Doge Day, and Doge Day, it rallied up. I think it got as high as 42 cents, like 420, 420, and then yeah, it corrected heavy. It came all the way back down to like 16 cents, and then we started rallying up again because of the anticipation of Elon Musk going on SNL. But yeah, that wasn't long to wait at all. Between Doge Day and SNL was only 18 days. And it felt like a long time, but damn, only 18 days between those two highs.
You're right with the anticipation.
Yeah, it was a massive build-up, a huge run. Like, from the bottom of the 420-day dip up to SNL, that went 356% up. And this is the beauty of a bull market compared to a bear market. You make more money in a bull market than you do shorting. Like if you were to open a short from Doge's all-time high, and you basically held that short open all the way to the lowest point, it's still only less than 100%, But then you take moves in bull markets and they can be like thousands of percent. Yeah, so bull markets, if you take the time factor out, because yes, bullish moves take longer to build, whereas bearish moves can just crash all in one candle. So yeah, different time frames, but totally different returns though.
Well, hopefully I get my average down lower on Doge. Maybe Gemini Earn will give me my money or my crypto back.
Yeah, that would be nice. I hope that happens for you.
Whatever.
And with your Doge, like let's say you start getting into profit at some point when price comes up, yeah? Are you gonna hold that into, are you gonna ride that up, into the bull market, or are you gonna sell it as soon as it reaches it? What's your approach there?
I was thinking maybe sell off, maybe a small percentage, and just keep going up, a little bit as it goes up. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that'd be you held it that long, you may as well let it ride at least a month when you get into profit, because by that time you would think that and this isn't financial advice, this is just things to consider, right? Take it with a grain of salt. Decision is yours at the end of the day. Yeah, but if you come back up into profit, that means something happened. That means maybe the bull market started, right? And you don't want to sell yourself short, as in you don't want to jump the gun and take it out before things start rallying up. But maybe one way to play it would be if it goes up into profit, maybe you could set a reasonable stop loss above your entry, your position, so that if it does dip again heavy, at least you get taken out in, some kind of profit, and then you can reposition on the dip. That's another way to look at it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows what's coming, really? We just have to be patient, I suppose.
Yeah, I've been patient.
Yeah, geez, it's been more than a year now. Has it? Let me see. Yeah,
It's been a while.
definitely more than a year, yeah. 50-cent Doge was like... Let's go back to the Doge chart here. It's like back here. 50, 50, 50, there, okay. So like the 18th of May last year. Yeah, that's a long time ago. That's a good 552 days ago.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah. How many days is 2 years? 365 times 2. Quick maths, 730. So 24 months. So we're not quite at the 2-year mark yet. 43. Was that backpack dude in Tame's channel? What was his name?
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah, he was the 43 guy. He would scream out 43. Or yell out 43.
Or was it 33?
Nah, 43. It was 43.
Okay.
I don't know, was there like a line of support and resistance at 43? I think there was. I think that's what it was. Let's go back on Doge. I don't know if there's enough candles for the 4-hour, but yeah, there is. Okay, cool. There must be like a line of support and resistance at 43. Yeah. There's 43. Let me just dial it back a bit. 43 exactly is where that white line is. Yeah. Resistance, resistance, support, support. Then we lost 43. Tried to use it as support. And then it became resistance again right here. So yeah, it's a significant level. Oh yeah, I remember that. We came back up and did like a dirty retest of 43 there. We got some wicks above it. And don't think we've been back since there. But yeah, that's 43. Jeez, it's been a long time. You have to go to the daily to fit it all in.
Well, at least I know I have some time to lower my average a little more.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah. See this part here where we went flat all that time there? That's a good sign of like support. You know, if you've like not broken down below a certain level for like a really extended period, it's kind of like a hint that you know, it's a strongly held price point of support. So, you know, one way to play it would be you could buy in that range and set a stop loss below it, like just below it, like maybe 4.8 cents or like 4.7 cents. But yeah, you got to be careful not to get wicked out in times like that. But well, this isn't for you, Sarah. This is just me talking about when a flat part of the market shows itself. Like if you were to come in
okay.
like for the first time into Doge and buy like a low, yeah, you basically set your stop loss just below the previous like pivot point. Like if you were to buy here, you're targeting that as your like stop loss so that you don't lose money. You take a small hit for the sake of protecting yourself from massive drawdown. Yeah, Bitcoin. Okay, so what do we got? 2 minutes until the daily candle closes. So Monday, how did we go? Monday. The FOMO line is still holding. We're still in profit on this FOMO short. Just. How did we go? We came down like maybe a fraction of a percent. Yeah, 0.76. If you had that on 10x leverage or 100x leverage, damn, that's not bad. 76% return on a 100x. All right, last minute coming up here. How long's the stream been on for here? 1 hour and 42 minutes.
That's nice though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I think yesterday's stream went for 3.5 hours. I've got work today, but that's not until 3 p.m. my time. So it's 10 a.m. here. So I got a bit of time up my sleeve.
It's almost 7 o'clock here.
Nice. Have you had dinner?
Yep, I had pizza.
Yum.
Pagash pizza.
Sounds good.
Did you ever have Pagash pizza?
Nah, what is that?
Okay, they make it with mashed potatoes, lots of cheese, onions, and they put bacon on top.
Yum. That sounds really good. There's so
Absolutely
many things.
delicious.
Yeah, that sounds really good. There's so many things I want to try when I come over to America. So many different foods we don't have here.
Well, my husband's not home, so I had to cook.
Ah, right. Yeah. Does he cook?
Oh my God, a nice country boy. He cooks everything from scratch.
Wow, yum. You hit the jackpot there.
Hell yeah, and the looks too.
Hey, nice.
He just doesn't have your voice.
Ah. No.
I'm teasing. But anyways, Rick, thank you, and I'm gonna say goodnight.
No worries, you're welcome.
Comes early.
Because 4 a.m.'s
you.
what?
Comes really early for me.
Oh, right, yeah. No worries. Nice to have you in the chat. Thanks for popping in.
Thanks. Talk to you later, Rick.
Talk to you later. See ya.
Bye, honey.
Bye. So we're 2 minutes into the daily. Still looking kind of bleak. Let's turn off the EMAs for a second and go to the daily chart. And there's our Monday candle, our Monday daily. We came down 3%. Pretty nasty. Yeah, let's see what the Tuesday candle brings. Probably more blood, I think. It's so crazy, these 2 days that we had, or 3 days. I think that was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And they were just flat. It was kind of scary, very eerie. This is the tap. This is like the daily, the start of the daily here. Bit of green for now. Get those EMAs back on. Now, is the 50 EMA, which is the yellow, is the 50 going to reject price, or are we going to punch through it? That's the big question here. Now, where's this line coming from, this blue one? I think that was a pivot. Yeah, okay, so that was this low here. Let's go back in. And it's acting as resistance right now, that pivot. What it looks like when the market makers actually aren't certain what to do and are waiting. FTX situation. Yeah. TA on other alts. Yeah, man. So Dogecoin, you know, to be honest, I think most of the alts are looking to Bitcoin to see what's going to happen with Bitcoin first, and then they're going to make their move. But yeah, let's check out some of the altcoins. Doge, I think Doge is showing signs that it's gonna hold 7 cents at least for now. You know, there's a pretty big pivot point right here on Dogecoin, which is just a fraction above 7 cents. And it's pulling in kind of like a double bottom here. So if Bitcoin gets a nice green day, like a bit of relief off this downtrend, then maybe that'll give the altcoins a chance to rally up. So Doge might have a chance to get back up and test 8 cents again. But yeah, a lot of it is riding on Bitcoin here. Like, we have to see if today's going to be any kind of relief off this this pessimism here, this downtrend. So here we go, getting a bit of movement up. Could this just be a wick, like a bit of a bull trap perhaps? You can see that the EMAs are starting to curl around, so you've got the 20 starting to curl up. And we could possibly, get back up on top of things as far as those short-term EMAs go. But the 200 will be the real test. If we can crack 200 and get support above it, then damn, that could be the start of a new relief trend. We haven't had that in a while. So like, if we go back on the 5 minute, things were almost looking exciting here, where we got up on top of the 200. We just couldn't sustain it. But yeah, let's go back. Here we go. There's a bit of activity above the 200. But for the most part, yeah, we've been spending a lot of time going down. this is a really good example of where to short. So price here rallied up over the 200, found resistance. We got a series of lower lows and lower highs, yeah? We lost the 200, we came below the 200 EMA. Came up, dirty retest, failed. You know, this resistance was too heavy, this trend line here, and it pushed us back underneath. Tried to get up again, got rejected like at the 200. So that's signs of, you know, this ain't coming up. This is correcting. And then yeah, here's the rally, you know, the downtrend. And see how we rode the EMAs there. Like we got resistance here, resistance there, resistance here, even resistance there. But you see how price likes to come back and back test. So it's like knocking on a door. It's like knocking on the door of the 20 EMA, and then if it gets through there, it knocks on the door of the 50. And then in this case, it was just getting rejections off it. Rejection, 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 downtrend. And it's the same in an uptrend, just on the inverse, right? Like when you get a rally like here, see? We got up over the 200, dirty retest, higher low though, on this trend here. Trend line right there. Held support, got back up on top of the 200, found support higher, and then we started riding those EMAs again. So that's what we're waiting for with Bitcoin. Well, that's what I'm looking at now. I really like this triple EMA way to analyze the trend and where things are going. So waiting for the 5 minute to get above this white EMA, this 200 EMA, and then find support. So at the moment we have to get back above 16,000 and find support higher, like on 16,000, to be able to start calling this a new uptrend. But it almost looks kind of like an inverse head and shoulders right now, because we've got a low here, a swing up to the neckline, a head, swing back up, and then a right shoulder, which is actually quite shallow. It's a very shallow right shoulder, which is kind of bullish. But yeah, that could be the start of something. And if we come up here and get above the 16K, find support, then we may rally up from there. But yeah, there's no doubt that looks like an inverse head and shoulders. Are we going to punch through this neckline of this head and shoulders here, this inverse head and shoulders? And it looks optimistic. It's coming up to test it now. Let me just get this really dialed in. Let me use an actual line like this. Change it up a little bit. Yeah, we're starting to crack it. This is an interesting start to the day. Three green soldiers. There we go, pop. Is this all just hot air? Like, is this gonna be a wick? What's volume doing right now? This candle still this 5-minute candle still has 2 minutes left, and it's smaller than the previous so far, but we've still got 2 minutes. This is where volume kind of tells you if a move is real or not, or if it's just like manipulation. It kind of does look like a bull trap. Yes, I agree. We'll be cautious until we get like confirmation that it's a real move, it's committed. This volume candle is growing. Still got like a minute and a half left before this candle is done. But yeah, this is how to use volume, guys. This is one of the ways where volume can be helpful. Is just to see, is this a real move up or is this just hot air? Like, is it just fake? Look how ugly this move up here was. Volume went down. See that? Where's my arrow? Here. Volume on average came down. See that? Price went up, but volume was diminishing. And that's as we were leading into the end of the day. So that's kind of to be well, not expected, but that's typical. As things close, like people wait to see what the new hour or the new day brings before making their move, right? Because you don't want to preempt it, you don't want to jump the gun and get in before the action actually starts. You want to wait for confirmation. So 10 seconds left. It's similar. Technically it's shorter in volume than the previous 5-minute candle. This candle has a lot to bring to the table if it's going to move up higher. It has to really prove itself here now. These three candles, slightly neutral, I guess you could say. It's almost flat on the top. They're almost equal. It could just be like daily candle excitement, you know, people getting excited for the new daily candle. Change this back to white. Yeah, it definitely could look, it could be more of the same. Perhaps we get a pullback candle, like a red candle. But we're definitely above these EMAs here, the 20 and the 50. Could see something like a back test to see if the EMAs are going to hold. And then if we get like proof that they're holding, then that's maybe where we come up and attack the 200. You know? But yeah, this could take like a half an hour to play out, really, before we know what's going to happen. Yeah, it is looking like more of the same. Like this whole year has been the same, hasn't it? It's just been all bearish. Relief only lasts so long, and we get another hammer down. You know what this could be doing is creating a really good shorting opportunity. So if we rally up to a point and get rejection, if we get that, those can be good short opportunities. Let's see what a higher time frame looks like. If we go to the 15-minute, turn off the volume for a second. Actually, the volume, let's have a look what that's doing. Yeah, still low. Might have to extend this line out just because that is the stop loss for this FOMO trade, this FOMO short that we got into. Hypothetical, of course. No worries, Deutbag. Catch you later, dude. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, Sammed man. Not all stocks recover, but I mean the stock market, like the entire market, like say like the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, it tends to recover off a downtrend. Yeah. Here we go. This is an interesting start on the new candle. So that was like a pause, wasn't it? If we go down to the 1 minute, let's really dial in and see. Apparently bearish divergence on the RSI here. So a high on the RSI here and a lower high to over here on the RSI. A high on price, but a higher high on price. Same position, right? So that's bearish divergence. So that's interesting. Bearish divergence on the 1 minute. Fear and greed index at 22 again. Okay. Where was it yesterday? 24? Oh no. Yesterday was 21. Now it's 22, so it's turned back up again. Interesting. If we have a solid day today, like if Bitcoin rallies up like back above 16 or even come up to test 17, who knows? If that happens, I bet you the fear and greed index will get more positive, you know? Look at that pop. Ooh, look at that. Would you look at that? Look at that test of the 200 EMA. See that? We wicked to it. Isn't it weird how that works out? But look, this is a real move. That volume's increasing. It's higher than these previous ones, and we've still got 2 minutes left. Will the 200 EMA produce resistance strong enough to hold price down here? Yeah, that was probably a liquidation wick, you're right. It may have been like a stop hunt or a liquidity grab. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's a lawnmower right outside my room. I'll keep my mic off just until that noise has gone. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Right, that's better. The lawnmower has driven away. Look at that. Would you look at that?
And what's your predictions, and where's your predictions?
I don't know if you guys heard that. My soundboard of Gil. Could you see that? Could you hear that?
Hey, hey, listen, right here. You goddamn well know the game.
Very good. Okay, it's working.
Grab your balls, reach down.
Yeah, I hope he's doing well. I miss him too. He was a great dude. He is a great dude. I'm long on beef.
Well then, fuck you, you piece of scumbag.
It sounds funny with this music in the background. I mean, it's funny already, but like, it hits different when there's this like calm music in the background.
Hey, hey, listen, right here.
This song's interesting with those sound clips in the front.
Hey, hey, listen, right here. Hey, hey, listen. you goddamn well know the game.
Yeah, 16,000. It's attempting. You can see the 200 EMA is producing like resistance. The head and shoulders, the inverse head and shoulders definitely broke out. That green candle is 0.5%. It's pretty good. We're talking Bitcoin here, so yeah. You know, I kind of feel like we will continue to rally here, and I think we're going to break above the 200, but that's probably what they want me to think, right? That's how they want you to think. They want you optimistic, so you know, it's still a downtrend until we convincingly break above the 200 and find support on top of it. This is all still bearish. If you look at the bigger picture here, we've got a high, a lower high, a low, a lower low. So this is all still bearish structure until proven otherwise, you know. But this is, you know, this is how it starts on the small time frames. Like you get inverse head and shoulders, then it starts to move up and it starts to break through the EMAs. So yeah, this could be the beginning of some kind of relief. How long the relief lasts, who knows? Like, it might only last a couple hours before we continue down, but let's just wait and see. Kind of get a sneaking suspicion or a sneaking vibe that my FOMO short here is going to get just wrecked. It's going to get stopped out. Just the way these EMAs have curled up. I mean, it happened here too. Like we got a positive cross here. We were below the 200. Had another one here. Didn't really eventuate into anything. Another one here. Got actually above the 200, but didn't hold it. Got rejected. Yeah, it's definitely reversed on the small time frames. There's a 1 minute uptrend right now, as well as a 5 minute. Yeah, no doubt. 1 minute is definitely a nice uptrend there. The 5 minute, same thing. 15 minute, almost. 1 hour, downtrend. Still in the downtrend on the 1 hour. Yeah, it sort of starts showing as a potential uptrend here on the 15, the 5, and definitely the 1. But that's how they start. Start small and it grows. But yeah, the amount of times that trends get rejected on the low time frames is all the time. Like a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of the time, there will be attempts to change the direction, but it gets rejected. Attempt, change, to, attempt, rejection until something sticks. So it's like the 1 minute chart flips, and then it tries to convince the 5 minute chart to flip. If the 5 minute flips, the 15 will flip eventually. But then you can get a huge rejection off the 1 hour trend, like, you know, and it works like that. So all of them have to basically go up in a line. But yeah, it all starts with the 1 minute. You want to see the 6-week candles, Rick? I don't know if I can do 6 weeks, dude. The best I can do is a monthly. I can give you a 4-week, 4.5 week. Like that. Dude, I can't customize. I got the free version of TradingView, I'm pretty sure. Weeks. 6. Add. Look first, then leap. See? I can't do it, bruh. If you're doing analysis the same way as everyone else, how will you find your edge? With custom intervals, spot the patterns most traders don't see, available only on our upgraded plans. That's a marketing tactic. You kind of be honest, because you want to know what everyone's thinking. I've got everything I need on the free version, to be honest. Like, there's no problems. The whales trade on 6-week candle. I see. By the way, if you haven't already, check out this guy's YouTube channel, Crypto Unk. It's hilarious. It's really good. Pause this music for a second because I want to play some stuff.
FUD.
FUD?
Yes, FUD.
Okay. I'm also not saying it's a fact. It's just what I think.
Are you sure it's what you think, or maybe what somebody else has mentioned?
A little bit of both.
Okay, yeah.
Haha, Ford. What's we got here? Oh yeah.
Graybeard here. How y'all motherfuckers doing?
Yeah, could you imagine? I would die.
How y'all
That was good.
motherfuckers doing? I digress.
How can I help it if I think it's funny when you're mad? Trying hard not to smile, though I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy that laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean. You soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. Shut the fuck up, Turbo.
Fuck you.
Mohammed! Mohammed! Bring the bitches! One in the chat. One in the chat.
Oh, Graybeard here. How you motherfuckers doing?
I
Wow. Yeah.
One in the chat. One in the chat.
Oh, Graybeard here. How you motherfuckers doing? Wow. Yeah.
One in the chat. One in the chat.
Oh, Graybeard here. How you motherfuckers doing?
Wow.
One in the chat. One in the chat.
Oh, Graybeard here. How you motherfuckers doing this evening?
Wow. Yeah. Hey.
One in the chat. One in the chat.
Oh, I digress, sir.
That's one of my favorite ones. I digress. Where's the old one? I think it's Doge to $1 is the one that you're thinking about.
Out of here. 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 Out of here.
I don't short nothing because I'm Doge to $1. I'm Doge to $1. Oh shit! It's like a fire sale now. I buy. We buy it. Think I'm bullshitting? I don't short nothing because I'm Doge to $1. I'm Doge to $1. Oh shit! It's like a fire sale now. I buy. We buy it. Think I'm bullshitting? And every time they go to the slaughter, we buy it. Every time the crypto goes to the slaughter, every time it drops, the huge drop, I buy. Oh shit! When all you were fucking panicking, I was buying. Buying and buying and buying. Every time it drops, the huge drop, I buy. You're so full of shit, dude. I don't short nothing because I'm Doge to $1. I'm Doge to $1. Oh shit! It's like a fire sale now. I buy. We buy it. Think I'm bullshitting? I don't short nothing because I'm Doge to $1. I'm Doge to $1. Oh shit! It's like a fire sale now. I buy. We buy it. Think I'm bullshitting?
I think the one everyone's thinking about is money.
I love California, dude. I mean, thanks to the feds, my house went
Out of here.
money, my friend. Think about it. Money, my friend. Think about it. Give me your money. You know what I'm saying? Give me your money. You know what I'm saying?
Out of here.
Money. Think about it.
Out of here.
Yeah, that's a classic. That was like the first one. The first one that CryptoUnc put out. I don't know what this one is.
I'm investing money in this crypto thing. I know it takes time, so I'm plotting my scheme. Gotta make money quick, life's too short. But you can't lose it all while you're chasing your dream. I'm taking big risks while most just sit. They sideline chatter, but they don't do shit. I'm not an expert, I exert my strengths. Charting Bitcoin when it rips and dips.
I'm investing money in this crypto thing. 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 I know it takes time, so I'm plotting my scheme. I know it takes time, so I'm plotting my scheme.
Yeah, that was static in the other two. The other two songs.
So when you get an anomaly, that becomes an anomaly. An anomaly going up would be an anomaly. That was a new anomaly. And then we've had an anomaly going up, and again, an anomaly here, an anomaly here, and an anomaly here right now. If it didn't go up any higher, would be an anomaly.
That's Jolt.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's most likely then the percentage is based off how much you leverage then probably, right? Like if you're on
Like a
100x.
loan shark's not going to loan you money without sharking you. Yeah, there's a fee.
No, I know that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of exactly.
I
What
get to
is
the
the
bottom
fee
of this
on?
right now for you in a totally asshole way, and then I'll bow out. Don't do leverage trading ever.
No.
Okay, have fun being in debt, dumbass. Fuck off.
What's your problem, brother?
Yo,
What's going on
you
with
have no
him?
idea what my portfolio looks like, my guy. I do
What up,
leverage trading on
cuz?
a daily.
Damn.
Relax, sit down, boy.
Dude, you trying to fight, brother?
The cow. You trying to fight, brothers?
Boy.
Dude, you trying to fight, brother?
And then he smiles.
Yeah.
You're on the wrong side of the bed.
What an idiot.
I also want to know the answer to your question, though, B. I'm interested as well.
He must have lost a lot of money.
Yes.
A shit ton. At least
Shit, I took a
10K.
$6,000 loss on Luna last night, and I made half of it back so far on Luna.
But yeah, so does anyone have the answer to that? Is it based off just the amount of money you borrow, the amount of money you borrow plus your profits?
So you're talking about the actual leverage, but not futures contract.
No, I'm talking about futures contract, 5x leverage or any X leverage on futures contracts for perpetual. I know the fee is 0.5, right? 0.5% fee per day. I believe that's the fee, or 0.05. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not sure if it's based off the amount you borrow, right? Or because technically when you do a 5x, you're multiplying the amount of coins you can get by the 5. So you're technically borrowing coins. Is it by that, or is it by the coins plus your profits? Do they take a percentage of your profits as well?
No. It's just
I'm not sure.
the amount.
I've never done long term.
It is the amount you borrow.
Yeah, that's something I'd want to know because there's a couple. Like if XRP, if I was trying to hold it, let's say I was pretty sure about this court case and just wanted to hold it on a 3x, let's say, with a stop loss, and I just kept moving the stop loss up, then I can hold it for many days. I just want to know. I want to calculate the profit versus the.
Calculate how much money you're gonna lose.
Yo, what's wrong with you, dude? Like,
what's wrong with you? I mean, I can say everything you're saying back to me. What's wrong with you doing leverage trading? What's wrong with you?
I make good trades. I don't know what
It
you want me
sounds
to
to
do.
me like you're vastly in debt and you've lost everything you've ever put into it.
No, I'm good. Don't worry about it.
Dude, if you see his profits and his portfolio, you'll be shocked. He has made huge profits. Don't
Yeah,
call
don't talk.
people
Yeah,
dumbass
it's okay.
without
It's okay. It's
seeing
okay.
it
It's okay.
first.
It's okay. Don't tell people.
That's just rude, dude. So rude.
Sure, I totally believe it.
I'm just trying to calculate profit.
If he's so profitable, why does he need to do leverage?
B,
Why does he need a
I
loan to
think,
trade? Why can't he trade off of his own money? Why does he need a loan if he's so good at it?
Futures is
So
not
B,
Why are you trying to tell them what to
margin is
do?
loans.
I didn't tell anybody what they can and can't do. I merely asked the question.
Bro, what
Because
the fuck is your
I just
problem,
started.
man?
I
Where's
just
the
started
attitude?
trading. My guy. I'm
He's
sorry.
not.
I'm
He's
sorry.
not
I just
borrowing.
started
He's
using
using
that.
his own money.
How is he using his own money if it's leveraged? I must be stupid.
My guy. My
Yeah,
guy.
because
I
the
just
next
wait.
is leverage. Apparently, you don't have to borrow money. You only borrow money while doing margin, not while doing futures.
futures,
You
you're
haven't
using your
even
own
tried.
money that you have there. So
Futures is
You
borrowed
use
as well.
Yeah, leveraged, which is also known as margin.
No,
but I'm not doing margin. I'm not doing margin. I'm doing I'm doing a contract.
Leveraged, which is also known as margin trading.
That is wrong.
Yeah, but
sir.
they're
That
two
is
different things.
No,
I'm
I
so
am
sorry.
right. I am sorry. You can look it up.
There's
You
margin.
can go to KuCoin and look it up. There's two types of leverage trading. One is margin, where you borrow money. One is futures, where you invest your own money. You put in your own money from your account, from your bank, from your debit card, and you play with that. You put leverage on that money, not something you borrow from other people.
It's just a contract. You gain 5 times the amount when it goes up of the percentage. You lose 5 times the amount. So that's all it is. But technically,
miss
you're right. Yeah, it's
futures.
kind of like borrowing money. But I've only been trading for a short amount of time. And you know what? Maybe I will stop once I hit my goal. I'll stop using leverage, and I could just use my amount, the amount that I have, to just do regular trading. But as of right now, leverage is fun, man. So who cares?
He's got dreams.
Margin is borrowing
you
even
know?
more money, not just coins. But anyways, yeah, it's fine, dude. Just I know you're just watching out for us, but it's true. Like, you just have to try it and know what you're doing if you really want to. But if it's not your piece of cake, then just forget about it.
Regardless,
I'll
the
end it. I'm
attitude's not
sorry for being such a
necessary,
dick
but
about it. I'll end it by saying it's a fucking scam. And if you fall into it, you're prey. That's all there is to
Really
it.
not,
Anybody
bro.
playing that game, really,
Preach.
come on. Come on. Come on.
Really
You
not.
think that's
Come
not
on,
you think you ain't get you on that? Come on now.
Yo, that's
No,
how
it's
I
not.
know. That's how I know that. No offense, but you're not a good trader, dude.
All my
that's how
shit's
I know.
green.
No fit.
B.
Yeah.
Well done. That's the first time I've seen you or heard you bite back. So well done.
Congratulations.
When it's done in
Joel.
good spirits, when people
I miss
pick on
Joel.
people and like when it's just for fun, it's
I don't
okay.
know, but calling names is not good, dude. Like, just if you have an opinion,
I don't
just
know, but like,
don't call someone
I
a
don't
dumb,
know.
or don't
I
call
don't know. I don't
judge
know.
people based on
There's-
what they do, and
Yeah.
don't try to member
What's his
people.
name? What's his name?
I mean,
Ice House.
Nice house.
He's just a
a little
hater.
drunk.
he can sit in timeout for like 5 minutes.
Alright, whatever. He's muted.
Ice House. Classic. Man, that's a big old that's a flashback. When was that? August last year. Oh man, that was good. Isn't it amazing to see how strong the reaction was off the 200 EMA there? See that? That's sort of, to me, that that makes me think like, yeah, these are the EMAs to look at. These are the EMAs you want to be looking at. Now we're going to do an SR flip here. So what I mean by that is, so taking a point from here and let me just change this so you can see it. What color to use? Maybe like green or something. Okay. So I'm taking this pivot here and this pivot here as previous resistance. So like roughly here. And we're sitting on it right now as potential support. Let's see if it will hold. I get the feeling it's gonna like break, but yeah. So the head and shoulders kind of played out, at least short term. But yeah, the target of an actual proper head and like inverse head and shoulders would be something like this, where you take from the head to the neckline as a measuring stick, take it to the breakout point, which was back here, and that would be like a retest of this high here. If it went to the full, you know, if it went to the full length of that inverse head and shoulders. Now that price is roughly 16,250-ish. But yeah, we still got a lot of things to be able to get on top of before that happens. Like we have to get above the 200 EMA first on the 5-minute. We have to break 16,000, which seems to be difficult. It's like a retest of these pivots. Yeah, this stream's gonna get copyright claimed, not striked, just copyright claimed. So the person that made these songs is gonna take a cut, and I'm cool with that. You know, and it's of the ad revenue, I believe, not of the super chats. Maybe it's the super chats. I don't know. We'll see. That might be something that I have to look up. When someone copyright claims on YouTube does the revenue from super chats? Does it affect super chat revenue? Will it affect my super chat donations? So someone's asked this question before on Reddit. Unlikely, since supers are classed separately to the stream or video income itself. So still though, it's a good idea not to play copyright music if you can help it. Yeah. If you get a copyright claim but not strike, it will not impact super chat donations. I am 100% certain on this, but I'm not sure about strikes. Yeah. Well, that's good to know. I've never had a copyright strike. Strike is something else, but a claim is different. Copyright claim just means they want a cut of the ad revenue. Oh, yeah, you want me to go over the basics of futures trading? Cool. So, margin, leverage, futures, they all roughly mean the same thing, right? The gist of it, to simplify, you're bringing your money into the trade and you're using leverage. So let's say you're coming in with $100 and you want to go 5x. That means you're borrowing $500 from the exchange that you're on. So let's say if I'm doing it on Bybit, right, and I do a 5x trade with $100, $500 of that is Bybit's money. $100 of it is my money. So there's $600 in the trade or 500, so it's like 400 borrowed off Bybit. Anyway, that's the long and short of it. So now futures, the way that futures differs from like a perpetual contract, futures is your price can go below your liquidation line and not liquidate you. And you don't have to pay a funding fee every 8 hours on a futures contract. Futures is basically, it holds your position and the outcome doesn't get basically realized until the expiration of the futures contract. So there's a thing called quarterly futures, which is every a 3-month window of time. So you take a position, and then 3 months later, it expires. So between that time from you opening it and it expiring, you don't get liquidated. You can't get liquidated. So that's futures. Oh, Sarah coming in with a super chat. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. Thank you. Good night to you too. Hope you sleep well. And all the best with your trades and your investments. That's very generous. Thank you. So this line here that we got going, that's currently not holding. It seems to be pushing below it, so maybe we're back testing the neckline of the head and shoulders here, the inverse head and shoulders. We'll see, we'll see. Steven, my man, what's happening, dude? I heard you drop in.
Bitcoin. Looking at some Bitcoin right now.
Yeah, looking at Bitcoin.
The TD sequential, trying to get the hang of it. Thinking about learning a few things. About time.
Yeah, TD sequential, okay. I've heard of that. I haven't looked into it, I don't know what it's all about, but I've definitely heard the name TD sequential.
Yeah, it's TD's the initials to the dude's name that came up with a few pattern or a few, indicators, and this just basically counts the moves and makes it easy to look at the number of, let's say, green candles going up, bounce off, it's called a block, and then it goes down essentially the same, and it shows you the kind of just a pattern that continues. Yeah, like if there's only 4 green up, typically it's going to be 4 or 5 maybe red down. It depends on the time frame. It's a whole lot more to it than that, just like every other one, but it's good to put with a few others that he made, so I'm gonna try and...
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up, man. I'm gonna have to look up some explanations of the strategies around it and how to use it.
It's always good to try something new, I guess, but overloading is bad. I see a lot of people overloading their charts, and it's kind of tough sometimes. You can get overwhelmed.
So, yes, margin in futures is risky, but there are ways to play it safer than other ways. Like, obviously, lower leverage is going to be less risky than higher leverage. And then, you've got your stop losses and everything like that, your risk management. So the way you approach trading, if you have a risk management plan in place, like where you stick to a rule, like let's say your stop loss is 2% and your take profit is 3%, then that's a positive ratio for risk to reward. So that means that if you take 100 trades, and unless you're taking a lot of losing trades, more so than the winners, then your winners should counterbalance the ones that you lose, because your ratio is geared toward profit, not loss. So that's the edge that you have. And then it's, basically you work a strategy, and as long as it has more than a 51% success rate, or more than 50% success rate, it'll be profitable over time. And that's the idea behind it. But yeah, you can play it with a tight stop loss, and like a broader profit target. However, the problem with that is you're likely to get stopped out, and having a high profit target means you're gonna hit your target less often, which is a bad thing. You want to be hitting your target almost every trade. So yeah, targeting realistically in your trading is important, and having a stop loss that's in the right spot. Like you want to have it below the point where you're going to get stop hunted. So like with enough wiggle room below the previous pivot is a good idea, usually. Because if it goes below the previous pivot, that's kind of a sign that the direction has changed and it's going down. Or if you're in a short, and vice versa, right? Just flip the arguments.
Margin can be wonderful.
Yeah, oh yeah. You just have to play it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You need that strategy in place, and you need to have your stop losses there, and you need to respect the stop loss. Don't move it, don't cancel the stop loss. If the market's going to take you out, let it take you out, because it's better to lose a small amount of money than to sit in a bag or face a massive drawdown that may not recover, and then you've got fear of liquidation. So if you're always playing with a stop loss, you'll never get liquidated, put it that way. That's the beauty of it. And not to mention, when you're in a trade, you become illiquid. So your money gets tied up in a trade. That money's not liquid anymore. It's tied up. It's locked up in a trade. The point of a stop loss is to get you back to liquidity. You know, you're back, you're liquid again. You can go and enter a new trade because your money has been freed up at the cost of realizing a stop, right? So that's how you have to sort of think about it. When you go into a trade, you stand to lose some money, like including fees. Every trade has fees, but the risk, you always face a risk when you enter a trade. And if you're not happy, if you're not comfortable with losing $10 on a trade, then your stop is too big. You need to tighten it up. So it's like a $5 loss, you know, just as an example. So yeah, you got to sort of like measure the size of your account, measure how much you're using on a trade, and then adjusting the stop loss to a point where it's not going to demolish your account in a single trade. If you make a bad trade, look at the trade, take notes on what went wrong, and try not to repeat that error. And with those tools, you should be able to figure out how to, you know, become profitable. Can you end up owing money? Definitely not. That is the whole point of liquidation. So the exchange will take your money that you put into the trade first before the trade loses their money. So yeah, you'll never end up owing an exchange money that you borrowed from them. Like yeah. So if you get let me draw it out for you as well. This will be a good example. Let's turn off the EMAs. Let's turn off the volume. Let's turn off automatic, and let's find a chart. Let's part of the chart that's like just clean, no lines anywhere. Sorry.
Do you often use margin?
Yeah, I always do. At the moment, I don't spot trade.
Well, you're not borrowing money. Well,
so yeah, like when you're on margin, like when you're trading leverage or on futures or derivatives, whatever you want to call it.
Margin.
Yeah, you're borrowing the exchange's money.
Yeah.
A portion of the trade is your money, and then a portion is the exchange's as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they're generous too.
Yeah, they are generous. Yeah, but they get it back. They get their money back. They never lose money lending it out, and that's why liquidation exists, because they will never lose. All right, let's say we're taking a long, right? And we took a long here, and we're on a specific amount of leverage. A portion of your trade is your money, and then a portion of the trade is the exchange's money. Now, I won't give figures, but I'll just I'll draw it visually. Let's say that's your money there. Make it like green like that. Hopefully this makes sense. And then from here, that's the exchange's money, let's say. This looks like something like a 3x or a 5x, right? Let's make it a neutral color like orange. Now the value of the trade looks like this. That's the value of the trade, right? It's equal to the size of the trade. Yours and the exchange's money put together is the value of the trade. This portion up here is your money. The portion below is the exchange's money. Where does liquidation live? So this is where you entered on this line. I'll make it Let's make it dotted or dashed and thick so you can see it properly. And let's say we entered at this position right here on this little dip here, this pivot. Good entry, excellent entry, right? Okay, if price comes up, that's cool. Guess where your liquidation lives? Right here. There's your liquidation. You can see that when price comes down and you go below your entry, that's where your money starts to come at a loss. Like, you know, you start losing your money. See how it's come down into your box here, your green box? Now, you've got until the liquidation level, which is probably just above where the exchange's money is at risk, put at risk. So before their money goes into negative, into drawdown, they will close the position and you lose your portion. Exchange keeps their portion because of liquidation. Does that make sense? Hopefully that sort of helps people understand. So if you add money to your margin, so this green box represents your margin. If you want to improve your liquidation, so you want to move your liquidation down to compensate for the move down, you have to then pay the exchange back their money and put more of your money on the table, and that lowers your liquidation line. So now you've got a bigger margin for error, for correction, right? Does that make sense? So the trade value stays the same at all times, but this ratio here, see that's borrowing a lot of money. See how that ratio, the green, this is your money, that's the exchange's money. You've borrowed shitloads of the exchange's money. And you know, the penalty for that is that you've got a really tight liquidation. Like, the price only has to bump down to get you liquidated. So yeah, that's how I understand margin trading. And this is the benefit of using low leverage. Whereas if you put your money down, like you put a third of your money down and you're borrowing 2/3 off the exchange, your liquidation line is going to be a comfortable distance away from where you entered. And this is probably like bad to use it as representation on this chart, but yeah, that's the gist of it. So yeah, if price, wait, let me go back. If liquidation wasn't a thing altogether, if there wasn't the function of liquidation and price came down and started to eat into the exchange's money and you lost their money, that's when you would owe them money. You know what I mean? But liquidation means that you don't have to pay them back the money because they've already cancelled the trade because it's already lost. So in a trade, only your money is at risk, not the exchange's. The exchange's money is not at risk. It's below the liquidation. That's it. It's a perfect game for the exchanges. They make a hell of a lot of money.
What a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're FTX, they're actually making trades, whereas an exchange shouldn't be trading their money, the customer's money. But yeah, FTX was taking their customers' money as well and trading through Alameda, and they were losing. They were losing money. They weren't trading very well.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they were for a time, like they were winning, and that's how they grew the company up. But who knows? Because he went out and invested a lot of money in other things. So yeah, that's another thing. That's a whole other story.
Hey, Rick, that was a great explanation. Better than any other site could have given you with all the gibberish of words that they try
Hey,
to
well, I'm glad it
fancy.
helped. Thanks for
I mean,
that.
when it comes down,
Check it out. We're seemingly getting some support off this support resistance line here. It's like the start. It's the hint of a potential bounce. Maybe a retest of the 200 that rejected us here. Yes, that's right, Jack. So higher leverage means you're more confident of a move, like going in the direction that you're predicting it to. So let's say you're long, then yeah, higher leverage is where that comes into play. But it's higher risk because if it goes against you, it liquidates faster. Like your margin for error is so much tighter when you're at higher leverage. If you're at low leverage, that margin for error is really wide. So to give you a comparison, like I'm in a leverage long right now at, I think it's 3x at the moment.
would you get that down to 8?
My liquidation is $6,650, I think, Bitcoin. So yeah, it's down there. But I had to increase my margin to protect me because it was coming down, and yeah, I had to bring money to the table so that I didn't get in trouble, like liquidated, basically.
Because it's
and
a trade you've had for a while.
Yeah, I've had it open for 3 months.
Like to lose. Yeah.
So I've had enough time, like all of this period here, there's been enough time for me to bring more money in. And as every week rolls by, my position gets more and more safe from liquidation. So yeah, I'm sweet. I'm sitting pretty.
Yeah, you're perfect.
Unless there's unless there's some crazy flash crash that goes down to $3,000, then I should be okay. And hey, if that happens, it's not the end of the world. It just means I did a stupid thing, and I shouldn't trade like that, or I shouldn't invest like on leverage like that. And I can reassess and start over. But for now, I'm pretty confident that I'll be alright. But the thing, comparing trading and futures to casinos it's very different. So in casinos, you don't have a stop loss, and the results are usually random. So you can't analyze a poker machine. You can't analyze a roulette wheel and predict conditions. You know what I mean? And you can't have a stop loss. Like, let's say you put $1,000 down on a roulette wheel. You can't say, "All right, I'm happy to lose $50 of that 1,000 in this bet." You can't do that. In trading, though, you can. You can put a stop loss. You can stop the damage. You can limit the damage if you lose, right?
Stop.
Casinos.
Break it down.
Yeah, depending on the leverage you use, and if you don't have a stop loss, you can drain your account to zero very quickly. If you're going 100x all the time with no stop loss, that's a recipe for disaster. You're gonna lose all your money pretty fast. The chances of you getting lucky though, there are chances, like it's very slim though. It's unlikely that you're gonna come out unscathed from playing it like that. Trading like a degenerate. A degen. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap this stream up. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll probably hop on tomorrow, similar time, and this one went for 3 hours and 6 minutes, so it's very similar in length to the previous stream, so that's cool. Maybe that can be a thing, 3-hour stream. And maybe they'll go up to 24 hours long if
Another one.
Yeah. Alright guys, take care, and I'll catch you on the next stream. Bye.